Alright guys, welcome to the channel. I'm going to talk about Lost Ark here today. I've been doing a little bit of research on what I think is going to happen with Lost Ark and the reason for the delay. And I think I've kind of pinpointed down, again, this is all speculation, this is just my thoughts on just doing a little bit of research. If you look at this latest update on the September 13th, and you look at what's going on here, and you look at this boat coming in, and if you look at this update, which you can't actually see in here, you know, give you that I should actually be able to show you to you, but I can't. But I've been playing the new update on 2.5 in Russia, which came out, I think it was late July in Korea, so like 2.5 months. It was released to Russia, and one of the big changes that you'll see right away when playing this game in the prologue, you come in on a big huge ship into this dock in the prologue. This ship initially is the first thing you see when you enter the game, and it's part of the new storyline that they kind of set up in the prologue, and they change how the prologue works. It's all kind of based into one like kind of main story and explaining what the story of the game is about. And this is what they're showing on the Lost Ark NA page, and I think this is going to be this little picture right here is a big telltale of what's going on and the reason for the delay. I honestly think at this point what's going on with Lost Ark is they are actually pushing to get the 2.5 update to North American EU update for the Steam release, for the whatever you want to call it, global release or the English release of the game. I think they've realized how positive the change was for Korea, for the changing 2.5, removing oils, simplifying the leveling system, removing locked PvP at 50 and reducing that down to like, I think it's 25, reducing land from level 50 or late 50 or something like that, like 50, 51 you get land. Now you get land at, I think it's at right around level 15 or something you can get land now. They change how you get questing, they change how the golding works, they change how gearing works. You can see in here they talk about gearing systems. Where was it? Maybe they don't talk about it here, but I've done the new gearing system. It's quite different. I might show it in here. Take a quick peek here and see. But they've got a manner change. They got how the gearing system is. So they got how the ranking system works. Now, obviously, for the North American and European release or the Amazon release of the game, is not going to have all the content. It's going to be like tier 1, tier 2 or something like that, or tier 1 and progress us through that. But I think we're going to have the upgrading system and how it currently works with the ranking gear and the questing system and the new prologue. I think we're going to get all that content changes and the quality of life changes that come with it. Because if you look at what's in Russia, they didn't get sorceress, they didn't get all that content, they didn't get all the new dungeons, all that stuff is still held back, but they were able to get the quality of life stuff to them basically fairly fast within a couple months. And I think we'll see within a couple months as well from this point on, Japan will get the quality of life features, because I've seen such a positive feedback from the community with these changes, removing oils, changing how the gearing system works. I think it's a better system. It's probably the best system and the best state that Lost Ark has ever been in. And I think this is a huge positive for North America. I can't see Smilegate being the community and development team that they are, an understanding of their game and the community, releasing us a hybrid version of 2.0 without 2.5 in it, or even a lower version of 2.0 without 2.5 in it, and then patching us 2 months later to remove all that gearing that we did and then push us back to a new different gearing system. That just seems completely progressively backwards, and I don't think the dev team is that stupid to do something like that. I think they're very smart. I think they understand their game, I think they understand their community, and they understand what the North American community want. They want lower entry for PvP, they want land quick, they want to progress through some of the stuff quick, to understand and feel the game really quickly so they don't get bored. I think Korean, maybe even Russian players are a little bit more forgiving, and they will push through and grind harder, where I think they know that the North American people that come from games like WoW and Guild Wars and other games like that maybe don't have the attention span or don't have that grinding background like Korean gamers do. to push hard through all that content, and I think they want to give the players a little bit more insight to what the game offers sooner, and give them that crafting and questing and gathering materials stuff kind of system quick. That's why the land system makes sense. And I've also been tweeting back one thing that they have been doing, which is pretty positive, and they said they would. They're actually responding back to people when they message them. So their PR team's doing a really good job there. But you see, I asked them a question about getting us 2.5, like on the KR Russian version servers. And they said, prior to launch, the details will be, and the content and the features will be included at launch. Will be compared to the live version and other reasons. So it said, we're working with Smilegate on the content and features that will be available at launch and committing those prior to launch. We will not launch with the same version live on our regions. So what they're saying is obviously pretty clear. Our version isn't going to be the same as Korea's or Russia's. And then what he's talking about here, or she, whoever it is that controls the Lost Ark Twitter page, they're talking about content. And I think, this is just my speculation again, I think they're honestly looking at 2.5, and that's the reason for the delay. That's the only thing that makes sense. Why, like I said, why would they push us 6 months back to give us a way further date version of the game for quality of life features, and then within 2 to 3 months patch us out of that and push oils away, and then just to put that new system in place? I think Smilegate's happy with what 2.5 offers for the quality of life features. I think they progressively did that for North America to see how it works. They pushed it into KR as a testing purpose. They pushed it into Russia for testing purposes. They're seeing positive feedback from both those communities. So they're pretty confident on those two versions, having huge feedback on saying that this is the right way with the game. And I think they've been satisfied with what they've got the feedback from to say, yes, we're going to push this in for North America. And they said, let's push the game back, this content update out, or the quality of life features out for North America's release. And they talked to obviously Amazon, and it came up with a decision to push the game back. They're not going to publicly say this, but I'm pretty confident that's the case. And the reason I'm confident with this case is because of this page right here. Them showing you coming into the dock on the ship, just like in the prologue, which is part of the new update. And they're showing that here in the content. And they're showing basically all the cutscenes that you see from the new prologue. So if you read between the lines, I'm pretty confident it's what we're getting. That's all I have for you guys today. We'll see you guys next time.